أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم الحمد لله رب العالمين والصلاة والسلام على أشرف المرسلين سيدنا محمد وعلى آله وصحبه أجمعين. Amma ba'd. My dear brothers and sisters, I would like to talk about advising our brothers and sisters whenever we see them making a mistake. So first of all, I just want to emphasize on the intention. Are you trying to correct them because you care about them, or because simply you're focusing on the action and you just want to correct it? Remember, for you to be able to advise someone, you have to really touch their heart, because if you don't do that, then maybe you're going to do more damage than benefit. So the first thing, please refocus your intention, care more about the person and the fact that they might be held accountable for the mistake they're doing, and make sure that you do it out of love, not because simply you just want to look good. So that's the first thing. Secondly, I don't like to use the term advice. I would rather use the term remember. So make sure that just when you approach the person, you just use the word remember. Just say, I want you to remember, or I want to remind you. Do not say, I would like to advise. Because first of all, once you say that, that means you are putting yourself in a superior position, and that person is in a more inferior position. So remind yourself, as they are committing the sin, you yourself is a sinner. You are a sinner, so you are at no position to feel better than them. Maybe you're not committing that same sin, but you are committing another sin that Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is blessing you by hiding that sin and not letting people see it. So again, when you approach that person, remember that. Again, you are reminding them. It's about remembrance. فَذَكِّرْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala says فَذَكِّرْ. So remind them. So that's the one thing that you have to keep in mind. And most importantly, remember, it's not sometime about the message, it's really how you deliver the message. So you could be delivering the same message, but through different methods. One is going to be really fruitful, the other one might bring more harm than benefit. So please look at the person. Do you know the person? If you do not know the person, introduce yourself first. If you think it's important enough for you to correct that person, then it should be enough of proof that you want to spend time with them and really get to know them before you advise them. Maybe you can learn something about why they're committing the sin. So introduce yourself if you do not know the person, and get a really friendly conversation, and just kind of like sandwich that reminder. Again, it's not an advice within that conversation, so they do not feel offended, so they do not feel that you're pointing out their mistake. Most importantly, again, we have to check our intention. And if the person tries to push you away, if the person becomes aggressive, one thing that I would like to remind myself and you is that first of all, you are in that position because Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has chosen you to be blessed by that opportunity to help a brother or sister. So keep that in mind. And then also remember that that person, when they stand between the hands of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, and He is asking them about that specific sin that you are trying to tell them not to commit, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is about to punish them for that, the one thing that they will remember is that moment, and they will remember you advising them, and maybe they will even hate you more because they will say, we wish that that person did not give up on us. So do not give up on reminding your brothers and sisters, but just do it in the best way that you can, reminding yourself that you yourself is a sinner. So do not feel that you are better than that person. So I really hope that this is a very humble reminder for myself first, and then for everybody else. And Jazakumullahu khair. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.